Hello everyone. Bet you didn't see this coming. Hope everyone had a great Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone watching this in January. Alright, so very thanks to my friend who gifted me this game for Christmas. You know who you are. Thank you so much. What we're going to do is we're going to give it a wee playthrough here and see how things go. Been a while since I've done something on the channel, so it's nice to start 2020 off with maybe a new video series for the channel. I look forward to it, and I hear this is a very good game, and I love the Lovecraftian style of media, so this should be pretty good. Everything seems to be going alright so far. We'll see how things go when we hit the new game here, but yeah, you're all very welcome. Sit back, relax, and chill with me for a bit. This should be good. It's a Lovecraftian horror game. Okay, so I don't know what this number is here in the bottom right. No clue whatsoever, but I will head here. Chapter 1, Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Okay, so we are a struggling detective called Pierce, who is desperate for a new case. We are able to keep our detective license. Fair enough. Is that good? How was everyone's Christmas? Did you have a good Christmas? If yes, if you celebrate Christmas or anything else you celebrate, hope you had fun. A good time with friends and family. That's what it's all about. I had a good Christmas. Enter madness. That's comforting. I am mad at his mercy. May the gods pity the man who, in his callousness, remains sane. Hideous. Okay. Okay. I just dropped something on my desk if you heard that, sorry. Alright, we're getting right into it. We just do one thing, turn up the FOV a wee bit, where is it? Better. Okay. Now, all I know about this game is what the trailers give off. I haven't seen any playthroughs or any gameplay clips that the developers didn't give us in the store page on Steam. Game kind of, yeah. Okay. I like to take my time with games like this, as in like try and search every corner and do my best to click on everything that's interactable. Must light up some items in order to interact with them. When an object can be picked up, okay. That last tip. Get on this boat. Nope. Okay. One thing I do know about this character that we're playing, Pierce, he has a crippling fear of the dark, and he's claustrophobic. Here I go, boy. I head back. Oh. Bolt cutter. Nice. Go back this way and do that first door, see what's through there. A Daddy Cthulhu. Right. Okay, through here.
What a putrid offering. Don't fight. You have been chosen.
I always shit myself whenever the game tells me the tip and to run, because then it feels like I should.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
That's fucked up.
I hate whiskey.
Called the Diary. My private detective agency, controlled to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settle scores, disappearances. They are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Here's okay, so there's skills, I think, right? Technology represent improving a skill, increasing chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior or the objects. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects, improving the skill. Chances to find hidden objects, and an undiscovered object will not appear in the game. Oh shit, whoops. Oh shit, fuck. Okay. There's sanity as well. So yeah, this game has a sanity meter. Kind of like Amnesia, if you know Amnesia. It's the same kind of thing. DARKWATER. A lighter. My old lighter. That I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men and of the lost battalion who fell. Okay, so he's Right.
I wonder why I still take these things.
Doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now their effect has been wearing off. Voice crack at the age of 22. Feels good, man. Sleeping pills.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Quite like the voice actor.
I should get rid of all this stuff. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Yes. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams. They are different, unknown, seem to surface from unfathomable, ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me?
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Allocate your character points. Each character point allows you to improve the score of a skill. How many points? Oh, 8. Okay. So this is where I kind of start to build the foundation of the character I want to play. Medicine represents your medical knowledge. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the dosage of a drug or making a diagnosis of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Strength. Strength represents your ability to call in on your physical power. Improving this skill increases your chances of forcing doors or mechanisms, or of using violence, physical or verbal, during interactive discussions. Eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by your power of speech. Improving this skill increases your chances of convincing or manipulating during conversations. Investigation represents your investigating talents. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object, and of locks. Okay, so I already have some skills stronger than others, which makes sense. I want to start off with a complete blank slate. The character already has some stuff. He's very prominent in strength and investigation. Not very prominent in occultism and medicine. Alright, so this is all the stuff about the occult. I think I want to improve medicine a bit. Right? Maybe even 2. Get the 2 up there. 6 more. I'll do psychology for 2. Investigation 2. Okay, got hidden for 1. There we go. That seems happy enough for me. I think that's alright. Eloquence, I think that's fine. But I kind of want to build a very physical character. Validate. You really want to validate the character points attribution? Yes.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police died on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Okay.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
So he obviously knows about my struggling career at the minute. Why did he choose me?
Natural sciences, linguistics. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences, such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and malicious story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Problem. Alright, we'll continue on.
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
Yeah. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting on the shipping label and address. A warehouse is set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. This place seems to be the starting point of Pierce's investigation. Ugh. I'm going to try and read out like as much as I can just because I know it's a more pleasant viewing experience for you guys. But just know that my reading it's alright, like, but there's some words that some games like this would use that I'm just like, what the fuck is that word? But yeah, it should be okay. So I know we're just really on the tip of the iceberg at the minute, but how you guys finding the game so far? I think it shows a lot of potential. I think the cutscenes are a wee bit janky in terms of lip syncing of the words that the characters are saying. It's a bit awful, I do have to say, but here, I mean, I can get past that.
Almost there.
I'm getting serious King Kong vibes. More specifically, Peter Jackson's King Kong with Jack Black. Fuck, that was such a good movie for its time, dude. Loved that movie as a kid. Getting serious Skull Island vibes. Which I am enjoying. What did you guys prefer? Did you guys prefer the Peter Jackson King Kong, where it's like an abandoned island? Or did you prefer the newer one, the Skull Island, which is just like Vietnam? I like the style of the Vietnam. The music's really good. The effects were amazing. But I think I preferred the nitty gritty of the Skull Island and Peter Jackson's one more, to be honest. Showed much more mystery, I think. But they're two, you know, very good films in their own right.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Alright, let me just consult the diary real quick while we do some stuff. So here I have my objectives. On the approaches to Darkwater, I saw thick clouds masking the sky. They were so low they seemed intent on impaling themselves on the sharp reefs that encircle the island. Fitzroy, the captain, though the only tub that manages to float to the mainland, offered to help me. He may have documents that belong to Charles Hawkins. Fitzroy advised me to visit the port's bar. He mentioned a little pick-me-up. I suppose I could get a lay on the land at the same time. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of a killer whale. I'll have a look and see what the local cops have got to tell me. Captain Fitzroy offered to share with me that what he wants is... Oh, Jesus Christ, I just had a stroke. Captain Fitzroy offered to share with me what he has found on the Hawkins in the archives of the Harbour Master's office. Here's my objective. Okay. Second that. Okay, yeah. Yes. I have one character point. I will put it in spot hidden. No. Sanity is fine. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse Argonne offensive. Oh, the Argonne. Okay. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events, using sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Oh, and these are all the characters. I'm not going to read the characters. I have a wee scan, but I'm not going to read them out loud. Might be here forever. This is clues. These are all the clues I found for chapter. Story, knowledge. Oh, these aren't actually meant inventory, they're knowledge. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, going to go see this killer whale. No, I'm going to go to the bar.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Is that true? It's not speaking ill if it's true. Try and push my wee bit.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Alright.
That'll be all for now. The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
All this.
Treat us like this. And the doctor, what did he say?
I can't talk to everyone.
Mike, Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Okay, excuse me for breathing. Yeah. So I know for a fact that this island has a lot of secrets. I look forward to uncovering them. I'm gonna do this, talk to Bradley over here by the whale.
It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back
Holy
in the
shit,
water,
talk
you
about reusing
shysters are
character
crazy.
models.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Oh, okay. So certain books you find can progress certain skill sets. That's kind of like Skyrim. Skyrim did that.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Our men under control. Not afford to provoke us. Need to make your payment to carrier. Cat, the woman in the bar. My hunches play towards that. Here we go.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. We'd want this hidden. You just fuck. Oh, there you are. Okay. Whoops. Follow me. We gander upstairs here. See what there is.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Photograph a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy. Bridge of a ship.
What a macabre souvenir.
Green cat. Alright, let's go out and talk to Fitzroy now.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
I know for a fact now that this game rewards you for looking around and finding clues on your own without map markers. Like in conversations, they can ask you about, do you know about this? And you, because you saw something, maybe a newspaper clipping, maybe a conversation in the past that you could have had or could not have, you know the answer, and then more positive, outcome. Here's Cat.
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain Cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Alright. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end the first episode there. Seems like a good place to end. It's a good introduction to our character Pierce and the island. I don't want to go any further without maybe having one last look around, talk to as many people as I can before even going close to the warehouse. It's always good to gather as much information as possible. Walking about. So yeah, alright, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed. This game definitely shows a lot of potential, a lot of great potential in this game. I look forward to unveiling all it has to offer. Alright, chat to you guys later. See you in the next one. So long.